Hello and welcome to South on Sunday. And the Bunnies season is back on track, well, sort of anyway. We've won 3 in a row and we're ticking those boxes. The team is playing a whole lot better than they were earlier in the season. And we defeated the Broncos 22-12 out there on Friday night out at Accor Stadium. And it was a solid performance, is what I wrote in my recap. Can't complain about that. The way they played, they kept the Broncos to 0 till I think it was the 66th minute. And we all saw we were down a man. They scrambled in defence. There was a whole lot to like about the game. I'm going to talk about that in a minute. Now, I've tried to fit this show in between the two games. I know some people are going to be watching the Dragons and Seagulls game. Seagulls are leading 22-14 at the moment. I'll keep you updated on that. And then the other game comes on. So we'll try and fit the show in between there. Welcome to everyone who's live chatting. All the best comments will be featured. And we've already got a couple in there. And Christian has joined us. G'day, Chris. And he said, Rabbitohs, good. Yes, it is good. It's very pleasing to see what they've been doing. Now, yesterday, the 2014 Rabbitohs premiership winners got together out there at the juniors, Kingsford, and the coach was there, Madge, and there he is getting held up by Jace Clark, and it looked like it was a good day out there. I couldn't make it. But this photo emerged with Trell Mitt and Madge. And happy birthday to Trell, by the way. Hope you're having a good day, mate. And everyone was speculating about Origin, and it looks like, he was having a chat to him there. Do you want to play? And all reports are that Trell said, yes, I want to, go up there and go down to Melbourne and carve up the Queenslanders. So breaking news today is that they reckon Latrell will be selected tonight. That's leaked mail, but we'll have to wait and see. But it looks like he'll be in the centres, the big fella. So happy birthday. It looks like you're going to get your Blues jersey back. There's also a team list out that has Cameron Murray at 20th man and Connor Watson in the 17. So I'm not sure I'd be going that way, but if that's the way Madge is going to go, then I don't know. If he is named 20th man, it looks like we'll get him back for the Seagulls game on Saturday, and that's going to be another big test. We've ticked a few boxes. A few weeks back, you might have heard me say we've got an 8-point mission, and we had to beat the Titans. We've done that. We had to beat the Broncos. We've done that. Now, the last one is Manly on Saturday, and they're going to have a few out. Cherry Evans won't be there for Origin, and probably Jake Trbojevic and one or two others. So it's a winnable game, but it's going to be tough because we're going to have a couple out too, maybe. We'll see. But we win that. Then we've got to buy. There's the 8 points, and there's our season back on track. We're sitting 14th on the NRL ladder now. So we have climbed off the bottom. And because of results, we're going to stay 14th. So that's good. It's way better than 17th, as far as I'm concerned. I'll just have a look at the chat. And Mick Tasker's joined us. There he is. He said, good afternoon, Mavo. The team is certainly getting better and are slowly getting our players back. Well, that is true, Mick. They are getting better. And I know you were out there yesterday because Mick was featured on NRL on 9. And there he is at the footy. And I noticed he had his Bunnies TV South Sydney helmet on. So a bit of exposure there for the channel, Mick. And the photo was of him in his Rabbitohs poncho and that. But rain, hail or shine, Michael Tasker will be at the footy in the Burrow singing loud and proud. So thanks for joining me in the chat, mate. You're a legend. And Darren Finlay's in there, another massive supporter. And he said, Manly might be missing a few with all the injuries today. Well, there you go. Well, I haven't really been watching because I was at work and I had to come home and I was getting ready for the show. But apparently they got no one on the bench. And so 13 is all they have left. So obviously 4 people have gone down with a variety of ailments. I think the last one was the centre that failed his HIA, or he was a category 1, so he just had to go off because he stumbled when he was on the ground. So interesting game, that one. I have got, like I said, I'm going to keep an eye on it here for you, but I'm sure people in the chat have got it on anyway. And Ned Kelly's joined us. He said, g'day, Mavo, and g'day, and chat. G'day, Mavo and chat. South Sydney till I die. Sorry, I got ahead of myself there. So Carol Reid is in there. Hi, Carol. And she said, well done, boys. Well, it was well done. And I'm going to go through the game. We're going to savour this victory. But I just thought I'd mention the bit about Latrell. And if we lose him next week, well, our loss will be the Blues gain because the way he's playing. I mean, starting off at the game, when he made that line break down the left side, didn't we all rise to our feet and go, here we are, we're on again here? And we certainly were. So many good performances in the game. Highlighted by the Jacob Gagai chase on Ezra Mann. That's the sort of determination we want to see from our boys. Gags just pinned his ears back and Trell made the tackle and Ezra Mann was going to score all day, but Jake Gagai dragged him down. And I have got a photo of that, of Gags. Just got a few screenshots and that. But so there he was on the chase and he grabbed Ezra Mann and took him to ground. And the thing is, all the boys are getting around each other now. You saw it a few times, when something good happened, they're all getting around. They're all pumped. And there's been a real change in attitude by these boys, which is very, very pleasing to see. No doubt about it. I mentioned the scrambling defence. So when Richie Kenner, who was a silly tackle, he got it all wrong, but he only has to pay a $1,000 fine with an early guilty plea. But when he went off, the boys just worked and worked and worked, and they didn't allow any points, and which was just so special. We shot out to an 18-0 lead and held on to it. And it was all within about a 10-minute stretch. Now, the first one was brilliant work from Jack Whiten. And Jack, he's been playing so well at 5'8", you'll all agree. Since he's been going there, the whole team complexion has changed. Jack ran for 121 metres, 15 runs for 121 metres. He did that the week before. So your 5'8's doing that, and you're on the front foot. Not only that, he's kicked for 327 metres, and one of his clearing kicks, you'll remember it, he booted it. It was like it went the length of the field. So not only Trell Mitt has been kicking the ball now, but so has Jack. So anyway, Jack darts in field and gets a quick play of the ball, and Cookie loves it when that happens because as soon as that happens, the Manly defenders are on the back foot, and Cookie does what Cookie does best and just scored the meat pie and got us on the board. So that was a great start. We knew we were on then. And we'll just have another look at the comments for everyone. The centre was Ruben Garrick. I was trying to think of his name. It was Ruben Garrick, yeah. So poor bugger looks like he copped a heavy knock and had to go off. And Darren said that 10 minutes won us the game. Yeah, so you're talking about the 10 minutes when Richie was off. So, yes, you're down a man. Cookie went out to the centres to cover, and they just scrambled. And it's just that attitude is what is so pleasing for us fans to see now that we haven't seen a whole lot of that earlier in the season. And Matt Dixon said, should New South Wales pick Latrell Mitchell? Well, I think most of you will agree that they will. I'm going to talk about his try in a minute, but one of the guys that was being mentioned as a centre for New South Wales was Katoni Staggs, and Trell Mitt steamrolled him and the halfback, Jock Madden, to score his try. So I think he won that battle there. And, I wouldn't want to be defending against him. The Queenslanders, I heard Darryl Broman saying he hopes they don't pick him because we all know what he can do. He's a special player. And here's one from Ed Kelly said, how good was Davey Moale's hit on Payne Haas? Yes. So Davey continues to improve. You all know I'm a big fan of the young fella, and he was good again on Friday. So Cookie gets us that try. And then not long after that, it was a brilliant piece of football. It was a clever kick from Cody. And that man, Keon Kaloamatangi, went up like an AFL-style catch. It was a bit like the one Richie Kenner did the week before. And I know Latrell compared it to a Dusty Martin catch from the Tigers. And poor old Dusty in his 300th game, they got smashed, but, he's a legend of the game. And It was a great mark by Richie the week before, and Keon went up and just snatched it beautifully. Jack was right behind him. Jack could have almost did it as well. But there he is, the big fella. Look, he just went up high, and he's on a mission lately, Keon. You all would agree. I mean, 200 metres again. 200 metres from your big man in the middle. It's a lot to go forward for this side. So that was a nice one. We're up 12-0. And we're rolling. And then, at one stage, I heard Joey John say, you can just hear the South boys talking. They're all screaming out in defence and in attack. So they're working hard, and that's what they were doing. And then the big fella just screamed for the ball on the left when they were attacking the line. And there it is. There's Katoni Staggs, there's Jock Madden, and there's 4 more points that put us up 18 blots in the first half. So it was actually a really satisfying first half of football, and we didn't concede points like we have done either side, going into half time. And they had a golden opportunity with Richie off. We were down a man, and even though the Broncos weren't good, you must agree. They sort of served it up on a platter for us, but it doesn't matter. Yes, they're missing Renault. Yes, they're missing Reece Lightning, the champion, and maybe 1 or 2 others. But I still spoke about the side during the week. They're still a good side, packed full of stars, and we did a job on them. We really, really did. Cess Payne's joined us and said, bit wet, but worth it. So it sounds like you're out there, mate. Yeah, and braving the conditions. It was an awful night, and so whoever went out there and watched, good on you for supporting them. But get out there on Saturday. I think the weather's predicted to be a bit better. If you're not doing anything Saturday night, I know the boys would love to see you out there at Accor Stadium. If you haven't even been to the footy for a while, think about going out there and we go for a dinner or something out there or with the family and go and watch the boys, because I'd like to see a decent crowd out there to cheer them on, because who knows? We keep winning like we are. We're only 3 wins from 8th position. And if we keep winning and 1 or 2 of those lose a few games, you never know. And Carlex has joined us. Good afternoon to you. Who saw Jack 3 times to unlock AJ's try? Then Cody switched back to the left and boom, AJ over breaking records. Yes, I'm going to talk about AJ. We haven't even got to that yet, but it was AJ setting a record that'll be remembered forever. And he became, let's talk about it now then. Good call there, Carlex. This bloke, Alex Johnston, he became the greatest try scorer for any one club in the history of the game with his 191st try. The reason that Ken Irvine hasn't got that record is because he scored his tries for North Sydney and also for Manly. So the top 3 is now AJ 191 for Souths, Billy Slater 190 for the Storm, and Ken Irvine, I think it's 178 tries for the Mighty Bears. The long gone Bears. So here's my graphic I put up. Alex Johnston crossed off 188, crossed off 189, crossed off 190, and now he's gone past the great man Billy Slater. And look, I'm not comparing them as footballers. They're completely different footballers, but, AJ scored his in an 11-season career so far. Billy had 16 seasons, but they were playing in different positions. Doesn't matter. And there's the great man, Kenny Irvine, 212, 22 to go for AJ. And he's going to get there. Probably not this year. I think he's got 22 more in him because he's had that injury. He might well have got there without that. But, yeah, I'm just going to check the Dragons score for you. And the Silvertail Seagulls are up 30-14 with no one on the bench with 5 minutes to go. So, yeah, they've put them away. The Trebojevic brothers, Ben, Jake, who needs Tommy? Scored late tries, and Jason Saab, the speedster out on the right side there, has scored. So there you go. If you're wondering why you're watching this and not watching that, I'll keep you updated. We'll just have another quick look at the chat. Thanks to everyone who's live chatting. South on Sunday. I like doing this show because usually we've got a bit to report on. We're going to talk about the New South Wales Cup and the Flag 2 a little bit later. And Karina Haza, our German ambassador's on there. Hello to you, Karina. Hope you're doing well up there in Germany. Hope you get down under one day and come and watch a game. Watch the mighty Rabbitohs run around. So AJ scored that try, and it was a Trell Mitt, beautiful pass, put it right out in front of him, and Karina's come back with what a great win over the Broncos with the. Yeah, it was great. It really was, and they were running eighth. So like I said, we were beating sides down the bottom. Now we've beat a side in the top 8. Bring it all on now. Bring them all on. We're ready. We're ready for it. So we if we can knock over the Eagles, we got the bye. Then we've got the Eels again. Very doable. Then we've got the Dolphins, which will be a tough one, obviously, with the coach they've got. And the West Tigers. So there's a few games coming up that can help us on that climb, help us ascend that ladder. So another good comment there. So Trell Mitt, put it on AJ. But here's an example of people saying, AJ's just got to catch the ball and dive over. Well, AJ timed that run to perfection. Haven't played the position. I know what it's like. You got to read the play, and you got to put yourself in that right spot at the right time. And that's what AJ did. Caught the ball and scored untouched. So it was a great try. And Darren Finlay said that was a cracker of a try that Saab scored. Okay, well, there you go. The other one was good, was the Hammer scoring for the Dolphins. I mean, he ran the length of the field. It was unbelievable. But they showed the attempted tackle from the fullback, and he sort of tried to grab him on the shoulders, which was fullbacks are sometimes just got to go drive into the hips and grass them around the legs, I think, And then the Hammer did the same thing to the same bloke on another occasion. So they both would probably like to have those tackles back again, because grabbing for the shoulder on a bloke in full flight is not always ideal. Anyway. But we scored a couple of good tries as well, including the one from AJ, and that put us up 22-0. And we held on until Dean Mariner, he's a special talent. He put a move on AJ and dived in, and there was that much room in the corner post. It was a special bit of footy. And Ned Kelly said, I hope the news about Cookie is not true. So that's what's being reported, that Cookie's got the tap on the shoulder and he's been given permission to negotiate with other clubs. But, look at the way he's playing at the moment. And Damien Cook has been a really important member of this team for a long time now. And some of the joy he's given us as fans, and he's a great teammate. I know he loves it at the club. He doesn't want to leave. So that'd be a real shame if he doesn't. Hopefully he keeps playing like he's playing now. He played 80 minutes on the weekend on Friday. He ran for big 80-something meters and 40-something tackles. So, what more can he do? He is a good player, our Damien Cook. And Karina says, I hope he will stay another season with us. That's correct. So, I heard that they haven't got much room in the salary cap and there's got to make some tough decisions. But, it'd be a real shame if that happens. I do agree with you there, Ned, and also Karina. There were some other good performances during the game too. Cam Murray's return was good. There was a tackle he made on the fullback, which I remembered. It was there's a grassing tackle. That's how you grass blokes, right? That's where you want to end up when you make a tackle, okay? Not arm grabbing for the shoulders when they're in the full flow. Do that more often than not. You're going to drag them down and pull off a good one-on-one tackle. So that was satisfying from Cam for him to come back. And, he probably had a few cobwebs, but it was good to get him back. It really was. I thought Tane was solid too. He worked hard all game, 21 runs for 166 metres, 66 post-contact metres. Now, that helps the forwards out immensely. You would have all saw him. He just rolls his sleeves up, Tane, and gets in there and has a real crack. I also thought that Tallis Duncan led the charge off the bench, ensuring that there was no let up on the opposition when he come on. Now, Tal is just, since, he's been being a regular in the team, he comes on and you see him. He brings the energy. He's looking like he's going to burst through the line at any time. He's putting shots on. He's working his ring off. And he's like an extra Cam Murray. Like, when Cam comes on and he gives us that extra link roll out the back, getting the ball out wide. Now, Tal was doing that the other night well, so he's becoming an essential member of this team. I thought Tommy B was good again. He managed to pump out 127 metres in only 26 minutes of game time. That was 59 of those were post-contact. So what a weapon is Big Tom. So that's why having a solid bench like that is such a value to the team. It really is. And we just check the chat again. Thanks to everyone who's live chatting. We've got a Manoa Panther, and he said, glory, glory from across the Coral Sea. The intensity is infectious. Average players of late have lifted. Well, there you go. So I don't know about average, but I mean, everyone's lifted. And it really is satisfying to see that we've gone from where we were then to where we are now. And it's chalk and cheese. It really is. And thanks, Manoa. Like to see some new faces in the chat. And Darren Finlay said, best try Cook scored, I reckon, was against the Storm in 2018. Well, I wish I had footage of that, Darren. I'd like to play it, but got to be careful about playing the NRL footage because it's, you got to have the rights and all that sort of stuff. So few good performances. Now, I'm going to talk about the Jordan Ricky incident in a minute, but Sarit Dio said, and welcome, Sajid. I think that's right. When is Junior due back? Now, someone said a couple of weeks on the telly the other day. I'm not sure about that because last I saw him, he was walking around with his broken foot in a mobility scooter. So like a one leg on the thing. So it's still not weight bearing. So I don't think he's back in a hurry. Hopefully he's weight bearing soon. I did see that young Lockie was walking around unaided with no crutches, and that's good to see Lockie back on his feet. Good luck to you, mate. Clayton Ives said, Kenner played out of his skin. Excellent game. So there you go. So for all the people that have been bagging the likes of your Tane's and your Kenners, you know what? It's infectious, like Manoa said. It's like one bloke catches it, they've all got it. Let's go, Rabbitohs. I love it. And, I feel like a couple of weeks ago when I fired up on this very show, it said, come on, boys, let's do this. Let's make it a mission, an 8-point mission, and turn this season around. I feel like they have, and I'm not taking any credit for it because they probably don't even watch the show. But if you are watching the show, boys, good on ya, because all these fans here watching this are loving your work, and so am I. Good stuff. Good stuff. Yes, Richie did play well, and he only played 70 minutes, and he got a $1,000 fine, but he's having a crack, and that's all you can ask. The blokes go out there and have a real crack for this team. Now, Jordan Ricky, it looked bad when he took out Cam Murray, and he probably could have or should have got sent from the field when you look at what Suoliti did. But he just got sin-binned. Now, in the presser, Cam Murray said it wasn't as bad as what it looked. He said, yeah, me head rocked back, but I don't think he made contact with me head. So fair enough. So that was nice of Cam to go to his defence in there. However, Latrell Mitchell ran in, and he probably shouldn't have done it, but there was nothing in it. Like everyone sort of runs in and has a bit of a dance. Now, the ref, I thought, took extra offence to that when what Ricky did was far worse. But they both just got 10 minutes in the sin bin. So, you know what I mean? He could have just said, Latrell, warn him or put him on report or whatever. But I just don't think the punishments fitted the crime for what happened there. Because that was even though, like Cam said, it wasn't good, it was off the ball, it was high, and it was late. It wasn't good. So, it could have been a send-off. No worries. And Karina has said, the guys have found the old spirit. We are back on the track. Yes, we are. The old South Sydney spirit is alive and well. You saw it a few times. When a ball went down, when the Bronx dropped the ball or we did something good, they're all getting around each other. And you just see the determination in all the lads. So ultimately, Jordan Ricky, I think, got 2 games. Latrell was charged with his grade 1 contrary conduct, and it was his 3rd offence. So he got a $3,000 fine, which I'm sure he would have just paid instead of, if he fought it and lost, he got 2 games. So I think he would have just paid the $3K. Now, Billy Slater was good out there. He was on the call, and he very gracious. He's happy for AJ to go past his record. And he said simply, it's been a great performance by the South Sydney Rabbitohs. And it was. That's what I thought it was too. It was a great performance. And we don't want to get ahead of ourselves. We are still going to struggle if we don't keep winning games, but so far so good. The boys, that's all we ask for, is that they just knuckle down and roll the sleeves up and have a go. Another bloke that's rolling the sleeves up and having a go is Jai Arrow. He played 78 minutes on Friday before he got bumped in when he was trying to defend a try. Now, I'm not sure it was, bloke probably shouldn't have bumped him out the way. I don't think he had the right to, but he went down in a lot of pain. And as soon as I saw it, I thought, he might be buggered now of his shoulder. So I hope he's not. I hope he's okay. I hope whatever they did to get you right before, they're going to do that again. Even he said himself that he didn't think he would last the season with the severity of the injury he's had, but he's came good, playing 78 minutes out there. He's a warrior, is our Jai Arrow, and get well soon, mate. That bloke is as tough as they come, no doubt about that. So like I said, next Saturday, 7:35, we meet the Sea Eagles at Accor or Acor, however you want to say it, or Accor. Have to ask those people how they want it said, but anyway, it doesn't matter. Who cares? It's the Olympic Stadium and it's our home ground, and we play good there. So we've got to beat Manly out there, and they're going to be tough. Like we just saw Jason Saab scoring great tries, the Trebojevic brothers, even though Tommy's not there, they're both good players. Jake probably won't be there, which is good. But the other one's going. They've just signed the other one, and he's good too. So, that's what are you going to do? Supposed to be 3 grades out there. Okay, so I think the Fleg's playing, aren't they? Yeah. So if that's true, let's just check that. The Fleg are definitely playing out there on Saturday. So if it's 3 grade, that would be good. So round 16, it is next week. Yeah, and we're playing the Blacktown Workers Seagulls in New South Wales Cup. So that rolls into New South Wales Cup. Thank you, Darren Finlay. You are a wealth of information about this club, and obviously it's very helpful sometimes. That's why I love doing this show, because it's interactive, and I've got a lot of stuff written down, but I missed that point. It's a triple header next week, so there's another reason to go to the footy. You can watch the Fleg boys against Manly first game about 3:30 or something like that. Then you can watch the Rabbits and the Blacktown Workers Seagulls. And then the main game, you get 3 grades out there. Now the New South Wales Cup, they played the top of the table Seagulls, and that was a pretty good performance, I thought. They had an 18-all draw. We had tries to Brandon Mansfield-Webster in the 8th minute. Ryan Gray and Jude Zoldana scored a double. Now, I'm not sure what happened to Brent Hawkins, but he didn't play, and we didn't have a recognised goal kicker, so it was left to Dion Tiapa. So even though we scored 4 tries to 3, we couldn't convert him, and we let him get away with a draw. But it was still a good performance. The defending premiers, maybe they're back. I mean, they're running about 10th at the moment, but if they're having draws with teams at the top of the table, so who knows? They could turn it around. They did make a good run last year, same sort of thing, and got a lot of success. Before I move on, here's Greg Allen at the footy, and he's wrote his article for bunniestv.au. All smiles out there at Accor on Friday night, and his article is called Beat the Bunnies. The victory song. Now, when I was playing, I sung this song about 40 or 50 times when I was playing for South. And we never did any of this tipping Gatorade on each other and going mad. And I'm not sure I'm a big fan of it, because it can be a little bit I'm worried about someone's going to get a HIA out of this. And look what happens here to poor old Richie Kenner, and this is courtesy of the Rabbitohs. Yeah, so that is a new development with the song. Now, when we used to sing it back in my day, we would sing the song and we'd love it, and we'd be clapping and singing, but we wouldn't get around each other like that. And throw bottles and splash each other around. So anyway, the boys love it, and it's probably a bit more exciting when they do it that way. But like I said, it's not how we used to do it. And I think back when John Sattler and all that was singing it, it was even probably a bit more subdued, where they were just sort of sitting around singing the song and all that. And Karina's in there chatting to Ned Kelly. So like I said, welcome to everyone who is in the live chat. And Karina's going to Rome. I will try and follow the games. I'll travel to Rome on Saturday. Oh, well, nice. Never been to Rome. Love to go there. So the New South Wales Cup, we'll move on. Because I know if you want to go and watch the 4:00 game. The Jersey Flag, they just travelled down to Raiders Belconnen. And they played the top of the table Raiders team. And they were going all right, but they went down 30-18. We had tries to Emmanuel Di Bartolo, Dane Townsend, Jordan Plaff. So move on to next week for those boys. We are brought to you by George's Cameras. You're watching this in our Canon camcorder. Proudly supported by the Juniors Group of Clubs. Also, SEQ IT Services. And we've got a new one here. Michelle Cheney's Global Mouse Travel. Go to www.globalmousetravel.com. And it's not just Disney cruises, but if you're planning a trip with the family to Disneyland or Universal Studios, speak to Michelle. She specializes in this type of holiday, and she also likes to do VIP experiences for everyone. So don't just go to any old travel agent and book your trip to Disneyland. Speak to Michelle Cheney because she's a Rabbitoh. Tell her Bunnies TV sent you, and she will definitely look after you. All right. It's a big team list Tuesday coming up. Who did what? So we got Darren from who did the draw that cup played at Redfern Flag down in Canberra? Yeah, so I know Darren said that. And why is the first grade playing on Friday night, right? What happened to 3 grades? I mean, they used to do it all the time when I was playing. It used to be great. It used to be 3 grades. So you're all playing at Redfern, 3rd grade, 2nd grade, 1st grade, under 23s, whatever, 21s, whatever it was. You're all playing at the same venue. But this week it was Friday at Accor, Saturday with the reserve grade were at Redfern, and then the flag were down in Canberra. So what? Please explain. I don't understand. I don't know what happened there. I think the New South Wales Cup were originally going down there and they didn't. But, I'd like to see more of what's happening. There's obviously reasons for it, but, Anyway, we've got it next weekend, Darren. I'm sure you'll be out there. I'll be over having a chat to all the fans over there in the borough. And Ned Kelly says the same thing. 3 grades were great to watch. Bring them back. That's right. It wasn't all about the first grade. And that's why we're not all just about the first grade here on Bunnies TV, because we're a club that's got kids coming through that are going to be the stars of the future, right through. And congrats to the girls in the under 14s, Junior Bunnies girls that I shared on all the Bunnies TV socials. And it's the historic team. It's the first time we've ever had a 14s Junior Bunnies girls. And I think they're going to play some games in the July school holidays. So you can look forward to a bit more coverage. Thanks to Azamick, the coach there, who sent some stuff through. So it's good to see the women's game, some young girls playing rugby league. It never happened before. Never happened when I was a kid. It wasn't a girls' game ever, but now it is. And the sooner the Rabbitohs start to develop some decent pathways from 14s Junior Bunnies girls all the way through to NRLW, the better. All right. Oh, and PC's joined us better late than ever. And he said, hi, 757 and all. Hello to you, mate. And that's me, 757. That's my Rabbitohs first grade player number. I'm very proud to say that. And thanks to everyone again who's joined us. Oh, Glenn Cartman has joined us. Hello, mate. He said, hey, Bunnies. And look at that for a profile pic. Cool. Might steal that one off you. Carpo, that's a ripper. And, so I won't be able to make the training vision this week in the mornings, but I will be doing Team List Tuesday in the afternoon, and then should be good to go for the captain's run on Friday, live again. So plenty of content coming up on Bunnies TV. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for watching, or if you're listening to this as a podcast, please like, subscribe, help us out. I've got another graphic here. There you go. I'm on Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. So follow me there. Follow me everywhere. Thanks again. And I'll just leave you with a bit of the boys at training. This is the sort of stuff a lot of you would have seen this, but I'll just leave you with this bit of training footage that I shot of the boys at the captain's run. And most of the guys in here had good games. See you later.